Can you actually imagine being arrested? Not by police at your door, but through WhatsApp. It sounds completely wild, right? Almost like science fiction. But for one city resident, this became a truly terrifying and very expensive reality. Today, we're doing a deep dive into these incredibly sophisticated scams known as digital arrests.
And the specific case we're looking at, it's really quite staggering. We're talking about a resident who was tricked into giving away over 77 lakh rupees. That's, a massive amount. Scammers pretending to be law enforcement. What's really insidious, though, is how they do it. They're using social engineering, playing on trust, using digital tools that look completely official. It's almost like psychological warfare.
Absolutely. It's chilling. So, our mission today is to really unpack how this specific fraud happened. We want to show you the clever tactics they used, and most importantly, figure out what this all means for your digital safety. Okay, so let's get into the details. It started back on July 10th. The victim gets a phone call. The person on the line claims they're a crime branch officer, and the accusation, pretty serious stuff. Her Aadhaar card, that's the unique ID number in India, was supposedly linked to money laundering in Mumbai.
Right. And notice how fast they ramp up the pressure. It wasn't just one phone call and done. They immediately follow up using WhatsApp. Think about that, WhatsApp. And they're sending fake arrest warrants, even forged Supreme Court orders. This isn't just a threat. It's designed to create instant, overwhelming fear, make you panic.
Forged Supreme Court orders, that's incredibly bold. And under all this intense pressure, the sustained coercion, the victim felt she had no choice. She ended up transferring a truly staggering amount, 77,42,420 rupees, into 4 different bank accounts that the scammers controlled.
And the whole process was made to look like real legal procedure. That's the really scary part. They mimic the steps, the language, everything to make it seem utterly legitimate. It makes it so hard for someone in that situation to see it's a fraud.
Exactly. The level of detail is alarming, but thankfully their digital trail wasn't perfect. So how did the cybercrime unit actually catch up with them?
Well, the cybercrime investigators were pretty quick off the mark. They followed the digital breadcrumbs, the money transfers, the phone data, and that led them to arrest 2 individuals. A Sajid Ahmed Patel, who's 30, from Maharashtra, and Shahid Rafiq Mullah, age 37.
Okay, so 2 arrests, but does it stop there?
It seems unlikely. When the police raided their places, they found a lot more than just personal items. Multiple mobile phones, lots of bank cards, even extra Aadhaar and PAN cards, those are the tax ID numbers. All of that really points towards a much bigger operation, a wider network, not just these 2 guys acting alone.
Wow, like a whole toolkit for running these scams. That's unsettling.
And there's some good news, too. The police managed to secure what's called a lien amount. They put a legal freeze on over 20 lakh rupees, specifically 20,016,300 in those accounts. So they clawed some of it back.
Okay, freezing over 20 lakh is significant, but it still means a lot got away. This whole thing just raises a huge question. How common are these digital arrest scams becoming?
They're definitely on the rise. Authorities across the country are issuing warnings. The problem is these criminals are getting really good at exploiting technology. They create these scenarios that feel so real, mixing official language with urgent demands. It's becoming incredibly hard for people to spot the fake.
It sounds like telling the difference between a real warning and a scam is getting tougher and tougher.
It is. But there are key differences. Real law enforcement will not demand money instantly over the phone or WhatsApp. They won't use social media to serve warrants, and they certainly won't ask for your bank details through unofficial channels like that. Urgency, demands for secrecy or isolation, requests for unusual payment methods. Those are the big red flags, much bigger than how convincing a fake PDF looks.
Right, so it's less about the look and more about the method and the demands.
Exactly. This case really highlights that. Verification is crucial, yes. Don't just trust a digital document or a phone call. Always try to verify independently through official channels if you get contacted like this.
Okay, so vigilance is absolutely key. But for you listening, maybe the deeper question is about the system itself. What underlying vulnerabilities does this kind of sophisticated scam actually expose? And how do we collectively improve our digital literacy beyond just check the source? How do we get better at spotting these complex deceptions proactively? Definitely something to think about.